And so then they will get another credit card so they can start paying down the other credit card, and so they have money currently in the present, but then they end up with many credit cards that are maxed out and then tanking their credit score, and then eventually nobody will give them a credit card anymore, even Target. Right. So that's rough. Okay. The sheet that I just gave you is not a worksheet, it is a note sheet. We're going to start on the side that says credit card receipts, and we're just going to write some notes on what this is. This is what a credit card receipt looks like when you go to a store. And then the back side is what your credit card statement looks like from the bank, so that we can talk about that. Okay, credit card receipt looks a lot like a regular receipt that you would get from somewhere. That's one thing when we have a guest speaker in here, which is going to happen after this unit. They'll probably answer any questions you have about loans. I know that the person that I'm going to ask to come in specifically does a lot of farm loans too. So if you're interested in that kind of thing. Okay. So this is the purchase price right here. This is how much it cost. Why do you think it's listed twice? Kate?
So you know how much is there before taxes and how much is in?
Exactly. Now, in this place at the home market, it looks like you bought one thing for $11.99, but normally this subtotal line, there might be like 5 things above it, and then the subtotal would be the total before taxes, just like Kate said. Kate, go get a prize. And then this is the taxes right here. Did you know the different things are taxed at different rates?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends on the item.
Depends on the item. This is your total cost after taxes. So this is what you're going to pay that day. What do you think this is down here? It's your credit card number, yeah. Why do you think there's all these X's on it?
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, has anybody ever dropped a receipt before? Of course they have. I mean, just literally go to almost any gas station and you will find a receipt somewhere, right? Laying on the ground, sitting in the garbage.
It will have that number on
It will have the last 4 digits. So they will give you your last 4 digits. They won't give your previous ones. And since there are, I don't think your credit card can start with a 0. And I think it has to start with certain things. But assuming that it doesn't, that'd be 12 or 10 to the 12th power, which is 12 million
different
possibilities. So if you give somebody the last 4, that's pretty much fine. But you definitely don't want to give away your credit card information.
because then people are going to start using your money.
Exactly, and don't be an idiot and be like, look, I got a credit card. I'm going to take a Snapchat and I'm going to send it to everybody and be like, look, I've got a credit card. Do not send a picture of your credit card
There are now
or your
thousands
debit
of-
card to anyone
There are
ever.
now thousands of people on the internet that are probably using your money
Right.
right now.
This is the expiration date for your credit card. This would be the change that you get back, but since you're using a credit card, you don't need that. This you can keep track of. A lot of people keep credit card receipts in their wallet and then compare it to the credit card statement that they get later. So on the back side, is what a credit card statement looks like. See how this was $12.98? Okay, let's look on this side. Right here, the Home Mart, $12.98. Okay, so this would be like a way that you could go through and reconcile and say, yes, I did spend that one. I'm positive about that. This is a list of charges from that month. it's important that even if you feel like you are being safe with your credit card or your debit card, that you do check your statement and compare to what you've spent. For example, somebody could take your identity and start using your card in some way or another, which has happened. A good example for me is one day I was looking at my debit card balance and noticed that it was like $100 higher than, or $100 less than I thought it would be for my debit card. And it turned out that we had automatic payments on our phones, options for that. And my son had downloaded an app and spent over $100 in a gaming app that I didn't realize because he thought he was just clicking it and that's all there was. And then we got real tight with our security on the gaming apps and called the company, which, by the way, if you have a child who buys something accidentally, or even not accidentally, but chooses to, if you within a couple days call the company, they will refund your money, just so we're all clear. So that was very nice for me, but if I hadn't noticed, if I had said, hey, this happened 2 months ago, can you refund my money? They would have said, not a chance. You gonna ask a question, Kate?
That probably shows you not show your child your credit card information.
It's true. It was saved under our Google account, which is what the tablet was hooked up to. So that's how that ended up happening. But I'm happy that I was checking because it was something that was important. Okay, so this is your account number up here. And this is the closing date. That means that's when they closed out this statement. So like this is like the end of the month. So this would mean that December 1st through December 31st are on this statement. So the statement closing date is included. Okay, so your credit line. It looks like right now that you owe $332.24. This is the minimum payment to avoid having your credit score lowered. So suppose you're having a hard month and you owe $332 on your credit card, and you're like, look, for this month only, I cannot pay this back this month. So then you pay your $30 because that's the minimum payment so that your credit score doesn't lower, and then you pay it back as soon as you can, hopefully the next month. But you will get charged interest on anything that you didn't